What's up, folks? I've been researching this RipClean extractor attachment. I won't call it an extractor kit because it is just a hose and a line for a little while now. And one of the questions I see a lot is, how do you set it up? So I bought one and now we're going to set it up. And so let's go ahead and do an unboxing. And then what we all came here for are our hose. I did opt for the 50-foot water line, so that's water line. I'm not sure what kind of connection that uses. That may be just like a direct garden hose type attachment. I'll find out with you guys. So you've got one side that goes to your water line, and the other side that goes to the extractor head. And then there is the extractor head. And a little just verification of what they shipped me. Alright, so that's everything that came in the box. I think this was all about $300, and it's pretty straightforward. You got the hose, water line, those go together, and then you attach everything to your extractor head. So let's take a look at this thing. If you're not familiar with the RipClean, it attaches to a shop vac of your choice. A lot of people compare it to the Bissell Pro Heat and other Bissell extractors. In my opinion, I think that this one's, even without testing it, it's gonna, at the very bare minimum, it will extract water better, because those Bissell Pro Heats and all the green cleaning machine, they're really small devices, and they're just not gonna have, there's no way they have the same suction power as something that hooks up to a 5 or 6 or 7 horsepower shop vac. So there's our connections. I mean, nothing fancy, it's pretty much what you'd expect. A lot of complaints from people about this popping off. It's the rubber trigger guard off of just apply the water. I do see Teflon tape on every water connection, so that's a good thing. While I've been doing this research, I did see a lot of people complaining about, like they bought a Mighty vac and it leaks like from the factory. So hopefully we don't have that issue. But nice pressure hose line for putting your water through. All right, so we got this taken care of. Next, we need to attach. We're going to start by attaching our water line to our water source. Okay, so I am fortunate enough to have a dedicated laundry room in my house that leads to the garage. So the plan is to go from our hot water line. We're going to install a Y fitting with valves, ball valves on it, just like I have over here for something else. And then we will attach our water line to one of these fittings, and then the other line to the other fitting. We'll still have access to our washer and dryer. Now this is a Y connector with ball valves. Basically you just turn the valve and it will open and close the water flow. I haven't used this yet, so it's probably kind of stuck on. There we go. Kind of just works like that. Turn the valve, water on, turn the valve, water off. I have already put PTFV or PTFE tape on this, which is basically just to make it seal better and not leak. So next we're going to go ahead and pop our water line off. I'm going to use hot water, and that's the best thing we're going to get, because the RipClean obviously does not create steam. It just uses whatever water source you use, whether that's a garden hose or whatever. So first things first, obviously we want to turn the water off because we're going to be removing this line. And grab a kind of working in tight quarters here. Loosen that. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of water that comes out, not a big deal. If it starts spraying, then you didn't turn it off. Okay, so we've got that off. Easy peasy. We're going to go ahead and put some PTFE on here as well. I have super limited room. I think what I'm going to do is tear off a piece and try to wrap it that way. one thin layer. If anything winds up leaking after we've set it up, we will come back and either tighten it down more or apply that more PTFE. Alright, so next we're gonna go ahead and attach our Y fitting. Okay. Then we will go ahead and reattach our hot water line for our washing machine. Okay, we've got that attached. We'll go ahead and tighten that just a little bit. Not too crazy. And now we will take our RipClean water line, and hopefully this fits. I did not test it yet. I am doing this for the first time. It does fit. Wonderful. So for anybody who's wondering, the RipClean, the standard connection, fits a home water line for the US. That means it does not fit a garden hose, I don't believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows in the comments. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten this up just like we did the other side. And with this Y fitting, all you need to do if you decide you're gonna do some detailing is turn this valve, and then you'll have water to it. If this valve's open all the time, you'll have access to your washing machine all the time. But you are adding connections, which adds chance for slippage or leakage. So you wanna be careful about making sure these don't leak after you're done with the installation. Okay, that's very snug now. Okay, we will first turn our water line on, and these valves pointing towards the Y pipe is water on, pointing away is water off. So we're going to turn our main line on first. And no immediate leaks, so that's awesome. Let's open up our ball valve. Okay, so we are good on our washer. And then let's pop this one open as well. And it does have a quick connect on the other side. The side that goes to the extractor has that quick connect, so it should not shoot water out. Oop, wrong one. We got too many Y valves, y'all. Okay, good. You shot water all the way through the lines, of course, filled it up, and then our quick connect kept it from going any further than that, which is good. I don't want water shooting out of here. Alright, so we're going to sit here and look at this for just a little bit and make sure we don't have any leaks, and we'll get back to the assembly. Alright, so as previously mentioned, this is not a complete kit. It does not come with the main thing you need, which is some form of suction. So I opted for the rigid 6 horsepower. It really doesn't matter as long as the piece that you get is the same size as this, your hose, your RipClean vacuum hose. So I believe this is 2.5 inch. Hopefully it is, because that's the vacuum I bought. I opted for the rigid 6 horsepower. It's just a bigger unit, and the price difference was pretty insignificant. One thing you will need is some sort of wet filter. So you take out the dry filter that's in whatever vacuum that you go with, and then you put this in. So let's go ahead and unbox this real quick. Alright, this thing's pretty much assembled. I'm not sure where the power cord is, but hopefully it came with one. There it is. And then we want to swap over our filter to our wet filter, because this is obviously for particulates and such, and we're not worried about catching dust and things like that. We're worried about sucking up water. So let me figure out how this thing comes off, and then we'll swap it over. And that filter is plastic, so I don't want to break it, or that screw on there is plastic, so I'm actually going to look at the instructions. Believe it or not, a man reading instructions. It looks like it just unscrews, but with it being plastic, I don't want to take that risk. To remove filter, place fingers under the 2 filter tabs while pressing down with one thumb on the quick lock stud that protrudes through the center of the filter plate. Lift up the tabs until filter releases. What tabs? Filter tabs. Here and here. Okay, see. Lift. And press. Ah, it doesn't screw off. Okay. Instructions, y'all. Alright, hopefully we bought the right wet filter. You can obviously see the difference in these. This is just going to filter out like whatever. This is going to try to get dust and all of that. So I think this one, you could use it, but it would probably clog up really fast and get gross and nasty. This one, of course, is going to get gross and nasty also, but it specifically says not for dry pickup, so who knows. Alright, so installation is probably the same as removal. Alright, just like that. Let's go ahead and flip this bad boy upside down, or right side up. Next, we will get our hose. Let's make sure it's the right size. Why don't we do that right now? So, this hand is our RipClean, and this is our shop vac. They're identical. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. So that's not going to work. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to go get an adapter. So it will not fit. I stand corrected. It does fit the standard unit. You just can't use the additional hose. So that's fine. That works. If you're extracting from a car, you should expect to move this thing around. Alright, let's get all this other stuff out of the way. Alright, final part of assembly. Pretty straightforward. We've got our head here from the RipClean kit. We're going to take our quick connect and attach it to the water side, obviously the smaller one. Hopefully this doesn't squirt water all over me. Nope. Nice. Nice. We got that. And then we will take our hose and screw that into the RipClean head. And it may have been actually smarter to do this the other way, so that I can rotate the head of the extractor. Pop it in there, and then I do believe it should thread on. It's already starting to go. Wait, hold on. I think I see something. I haven't read the instructions, obviously. This does not come off. So, take this, take this. This isn't difficult, I just have no dexterity whatsoever. So if you're looking at this, say, man, this guy's struggling. That's true, but it's not the fault of anyone but me. Alright, we're just gonna tighten that on until it will not tighten anymore. Alright, nice. And then we've got our water line here. Go ahead and connect that as well. Just pull back on the collar here. That's how the quick connect works. Pull back on that metal collar, press, and release. Make sure it locks forward. There we go. And we're connected. We're ready to go. Since we've come this far, we may as well give it a shot. So I have the Thrasher here, I believe. Yes, Thrasher in a 3-to-1 ratio, and this seat is pretty soiled. Not horrible, but definitely not great. So let's see how well this Thrasher works in combination with the RipClean. That may have been excessive, I don't know. We'll see how it does. The instructions for the Thrasher do say to apply and give it 3 minutes to do its thing. So I'll see you in 3 minutes. 3 minutes have passed. What I am going to do is I'm going to blast our extractor water just into a trash can for just a little bit to try to get some hot water to circulate through there. I don't have a tankless water here, so it's going to take just a second. I'd rather use some hot water just so you can get an idea of how much water this is putting out. It's a fair amount. It's a fair spray there. So right, we've got some heat now. It's not hot, but it's going to work. And we will start by agitating our mess. So I've got a drill brush. We will use the attached, or the not provided, but purchased brush. And strangely enough, this brush is also bent a little bit. Not sure why. Shouldn't matter. Let's get our trash can out of the way. Floating trash can, and go to work. It's a very low soap, very low suds application. Let's extract. Alright, so a huge difference, obviously. You'd get a difference if you steam clean or extracted from any carpet. If you used any extractor, you'd see a difference. It's still damp. It's not extremely wet, so I've got a paper towel here, shop towel. I'm going to press as hard as I can. And that is actually really impressive. So you can barely see my fingerprints. That's some pretty good proof right there. So definitely still water in the seat, but not a whole lot. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you decide to buy it, let me know in the comments. If you decide that I'm an idiot, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.